Straight from our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Okay, here we go.
One of our patrols reported hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
We'll infill into a low-threat zone. Nothing gets in. And nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
Multiple teams. Mimic. Holy shit, it's the Mangler.
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Hellhounds. Looking nice. Ooh.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat
Wasn't
zone.
that 4? Nice. Oh my god, it's... Oh, what is his name?
Forget what you know.
Okay.
Monsters are real.
Okay. Dude, it's been a while since I played. Oh, that's sick! Okay, of course Reagan has to be back.
Welcome to
Oh,
Operation
huge.
Deadbolt.
What the fuck is that? China's worm! Soul Harvester Tracer.
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trip, as well as
dude,
Miles
this
Leslie, Kevin is the
remix.
associate director.
So if you were paying attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time,
Okay.
maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now,
There's
I don't
like a
wanna give it all
giant
away.
worm thing.
There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think
Open
that
world
is going to
zombies is
lead
so weird.
perfectly. That
So
needs
we
to be
just is it just gonna be the Warzone
guess,
map,
you know,
but
what I'm
zombies? Is
curious
that
about is
what
like what are
it
the
is?
key things, and also like I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've
I
seen.
mean,
Experienced players.
if you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
We're
everywhere.
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
And so a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first
at least
look
I
at Modern
can go
Warfare
in.
Zombies
It's
in the
sounding
cinematic
like
that we
DMZ,
released, which really
but
sets
zombies.
the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Oh
Miles,
my
can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic, and if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained, lots of blood, and Zakaya was gone. Now, officially declared deceased, but then whispers emerge that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is, that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes, yes.
Wait. Oh shit, we're getting gameplay. Okay, okay.
Objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
Okay, that's AI. Armored zombies.
Strike team, enemy birds closing on your position. Clear the deck and
Oh, there's
AI.
Nothing to worry about. It's pretty bad. Oh no. Damn.
Oh, you got here quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two.
Okay, this is
erasing my research from the Terminus database.
feeling very
We need her alive.
Cold War.
Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and
feeling
hold
very
that
Cold
LZ
War.
strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
So that's just the first
So what you just saw
mission?
there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this. And that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me. As
So is it going to be like a whole, you go through the story, then
super awesome.
like you have specific story
that,
missions,
the player choice,
and then
is
you
very
exfil,
prevalent, right?
and then you have to go back in to start the next part of it. Like what's up with the Easter eggs then? Because this just feels like how the Easter eggs were in Cold War, where you'd follow along with them.
And a brand new map, and we'll talk about that more later. But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into the center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakaya threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him!
Yeah,
I gotta say.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay for it. All right. Well, then
Everyone's
let's look at the
goal
flip
instantly.
side of that. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the pack-a-punch, the pat machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you Where do you want to buy?
Are we gonna be going in with a loadout?
How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well. Using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal.
I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our zombies players. And that's the wonder weapon, guys.
Yes.
Are we gonna get to see more?
So, of course, we have a wonder weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word!
Scorcher.
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a second.
That first raise.
Yes,
that thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing
the
highest density zombies you've ever seen.
The hordes.
Oh yes, the
hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire. It launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building,
that's
it's really
sick
as rocket jump.
Yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into
sick.
basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal.
But it's like the
Chef's Kiss.
Okay,
Chef's Kiss.
Chef's
Wonder
Kiss.
Weapon.
What is it called?
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely
it's
fantastic.
Part of what makes zombies so special, especially with this new open world feel, zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step. You talked to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there.
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aethers, so it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
And a lot of zombies.
And it gets really
intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes back to getting in, again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges. Awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But the Aether Storm waits for no one. And it will come. And it will make the zombies harder.
Before you have to
that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into
or
the storm
it's
to
just
cleanse
an
it?
hour
Are we avoiding it? What are we
until
going
the map is consumed by the high-powered zombies.
Is really...
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you.
Item persistence.
Yes, we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, in the past, you've had to do all that just in-game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, pack a punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone.
Interesting.
Juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah. Quite a difference, right? But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just
that's kind of cool. That's different.
Something creative, different, fun. Do what zombies has always done and push the bar.
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you ease new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal, that's for those seasons players. They're going to feel it and they're going to want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up?
I really
hope
that they
some wild ones that are going to be
areas
available for players to fight against.
For round-based people, because not everyone likes this type of open world thing. Not everyone liked Outbreak. I really hope that they, at some point, if it's not on launch, at least within the first couple seasons,
other awesome enemies, so Hellhound,
add in at least some sort of round-based mode where they lock off a certain area of the map.
Disciple, he buffs
or like make a multiplayer map around based mode, like
buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler
just
with
a survival
his cannon
mode,
and ranged
straight
attacks,
survival.
So all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination He's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh, fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to go inside.
But this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe. I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
I mean, it's pretty easy to dodge the Abomination's lasers.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even
the same
for the
as
first
Full
time. There are humans in zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group is in the world.
That's another, you know, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's a gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them,
run them up and
you basically train
the
them
enemies
right into the human
that's
AI.
cool.
And
that's
it's basically
brilliant.
the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
actually
So we're
super
100%
nice
team
for solo
zombies,
players.
And you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just, I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on a human AI. It's really satisfying.
Or
Awesome.
essence,
I can't wait.
excuse me.
Well, you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something more.
And we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer weapon blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone to anyone who pre-orders the Vault Edition, and comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch day, November 10th, folks. Make sure that's in your calendars.
That looks sick.
You're going to want to run this blueprint,
I was rushing
you, when the Haunting launches, because in addition to the tracers and custom death effects, it will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn those souls in for rewards as well.
Okay,
so
it's going to help
Modern
select
Warfare
souls
launches,
faster for
the blueprint is going to come
haunting?
with a dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean
That's cool.
there is an actual weapon that can
Wait, there's weapon mods back?
I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry,
Get it
guys.
in, didn't he?
Plenty though. Still coming up later today. COD Next doesn't